Hello, there we go. I was hiding again. Welcome back to my channel. This is a video about manifestation, which is a word I don't really like talking about because it's overused and has a whole load of connotations of a lot of spiritual BS. But it means essentially bringing down your dreams, your visions, what you want in your life and making it a reality in the here and the now. I don't know why my Uber camera is not working. Not the car driving company, but the better quality one. Anyhow, I'm here, regardless of the quality. You can hear what I'm saying, and that's the important thing. Thank you for joining me live. My name's Helen Miller, and this is Head to Heart Living, how to live a life less from fear and ego-based reality and down into the heart space, which connects us to the universe, universal love, and that's how we move mountains. It's how women lift 2-ton trucks off their children because of the power of love. And it's not something wishy-washy. It's the most forceful power in the entire, it's what it's all made of. So, talking about manifestation, 3 top tips that I use that work for me, that, I don't come out of the closet a little bit. Like, I've managed to double my income every month for the last 4 months. Like, it's working for me. Like, things are changing, things are shifting. And those of you who've been with me for a while will know about how much work I've done on poverty consciousness and all these things that I've shifted and changed. And you can watch other videos in the links below about poverty consciousness, because that is an absolute epidemic on the planet, especially, and it's something we're in control of. It's something that we can change. And it's the way we think, and it's the mindset and the framework with which we go out and then co-create the way that we experience the world and our relationship with money, with, what we feel is coming to us, whether we're stuck in victim consciousness. And all of this is within our control. And when we have this slew of, cost of living crisis words everywhere, it's much, it really plays that lower aspect of us of being fearful, feeling powerless, feeling like we can't do anything, that it's never going to happen for us, it only happens for other people, and that breeds resentment and jealousy. And then we move further and further down the ladder, or further and further away from living the life that we want, which doesn't need to be dependent on money. I'm not on a sort of 7-figure kind of like hustly person, but money is energy. And when you realize that it is a game, it can get so exciting, so fun, because the more you have, when you are fully in your worth, in your heart, the more you can help other people. But when we don't do the inner work and we get money, that's how it trickles through our fingertips. That's how it can cause us problems. That's how we can then feel we get into a place of the hungry ghosts, where it might as well be crack, because there's never going to be enough of it. We always need more. It's not about being in that place. It's about being in right relationship with abundance and money. So on that note, my 3 top tips about how to stop self-sabotaging when you're trying to manifest something and realizing, why isn't it happening, are these. 1, do you think that there is a limited amount of what you want? So if it is a career in the music industry, or if it is money, or if it is, apples, or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, do you believe that there is a limited amount? You might think no on a surface level, but actually I encourage you to journal about this. Because if you believe there's a limited amount, then somewhere in your system, you're probably going to have the belief that if you take some money, a career, whatever it might be, you're taking it away from somebody else. And if you've got hang-ups about that, around that making you selfish or a bad person or greedy, and all of these things and programs that we're often given when we're children, it's not like one birthday cake, and if you have a bigger slice, then you're a naughty little child, because that means that, Simon next to you can't have any cake. That's not, it's not how career, love, money works. There is a never-ending supply of money. It's not finite. We're no longer doing it with gold. It's digital. It's made up. And imagine this. Imagine there is this huge stack of money that is, you could never spend it all in your lifetime, even if you tried, that has your name on it. And every single one of us has that, because money is energy and everything is energy, right? We're going a bit quantum with this. So if there is, and play the game with me, this huge stack, bigger than you could possibly ever need, of money with your name on it, every time you're getting money, it's coming from your stack. It's coming from your good. It's coming from, how much am I going to allow into my life in order to, get your needs met, have fun, and then help other people? Like, it's not stealing from somebody else's stack. Can you allow yourself to believe that? Can you let yourself sit in that reality? Your good is not taking away from somebody else. If you have a hugely successful career, that doesn't mean your partner can't, your best friend can't, your family can't, your whoever you feel like you're going to overshadow. If your good is your good, whether it's a pile of money or a pile of talent or a pile of lovers or whatever it might be, or a pile of apples, like, your apple is not going to take away from somebody else's apple. Their apple, it's all ultimately coming, what I would say, from God. Other people might say that's from the universe, from divine mind, from source, from creator. It might feel like that career is coming to you through the music agent or the record label or through the bank or through the job. But it's all ultimately the universe giving to you. And those are just the places in your reality, in your mindset, that you've opened doors for them to come in. So if you lose the job, that doesn't mean you've lost your money. Your money can come to you in all sorts of ways, through random inheritance, through lottery wins, through investments, through, I've just got a client who's suddenly discovered that her late father's had an oil share that she thought didn't exist. Like, money can come overnight, right? In miraculous ways. And often what I've found is, when I say yes to something that I want and trust that it's, like, something I need, not recklessness, not self-sabotage with crazy, like, gambling or something, but in a casino sort of way, but, like, I trust that, like, okay, my car's breaking down. I need a safe car. I need a car that's going to take me on journeys, that's going to protect my life, my precious life on this planet. Like, okay, that's the kind of car I want. That's what I need. Right. Okay, I'm going to start test driving that. I'm going to trust that I'm worthy of that. I'm going to trust that then the money's going to appear for me to be able to buy what I need to continue my life. Okay, and this ties us into the second point. So, 1, do you believe there's a limited amount of what it is you're after? And if you do, journal the crap out of that. Can you allow yourself to disentangle from that program? Because it's not a reality. You might, and if me saying that really triggers you, like, there's some serious work to be done. But you have the power to neutralize that program, because it is in your mind. It is not in your soul, for want of a different word for you. It's not ultimate truth. Okay? Right. And please, if you're joining live, it's great to see you live. Put in the chat if this is resonating or not, and what you found helpful. Okay, point number 2, it's about deservability and your self-worth. Because, thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, as always, the YouTube algorithm, like, by tweaking the thumb, tweak, subscribe by clicking the red button, because that really helps me create more videos, and share if this is, if you've got a sister or a brother, at the nth degree right now, then I recommend sharing this. So, second point, do you believe you deserve it? Because this has been a big journey for me. Like, do you see that car or that job being for somebody who's not like you? Can you imagine yourself in that space? Or do you feel uneasy? Do you feel, oh no, everyone will look at me, or I don't want to have that amount of success? Or, does it feel uneasy in your body? Because then can you get into a place where you daydream, where you imagine, where you close your eyes and you get that and it feels good. And you focus on whether it's, the car and driving the car and it feeling good. And it doesn't feel like, oh, you're borrowing somebody else's big, Beamer or whatever. Like it feels like, oh yeah, and I'm in it and I own it. And there's my, Helen's quirky diary on the seat next to me. There's my cacao coffee cup. There's, that I can visualize my little suitcase in the back, and it feels mine. It feels owned. It feels lived in. And can you sit in that? Because your reality doesn't know the difference between your imagination and what's real. So if you can embed that in your cells, then it cannot help but become a reality. The more you do that, the more the line between the imagined and the real starts to happen, and the more you can invite it into your space. And how much fun is that? How much fun is that? So can you write out, I'm so happy and grateful that in present tense, that I am driving along, blah, 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 that I am standing on the Brit Awards stage singing, blah, 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 that I am, and I smell this and I taste that, and really bring all the senses in and really dial that up in your vision. Like how heightened can you make that visualization? Like there's NLP exercises you can expand around this. You might want to Google those or search engine those if you want to go further with that. But really allow your system to get excited about that reality being in the present now. And the third, and the more you do this, it's practice, right? The more you do this, the more easy, because then when it comes into your reality, you don't freak out, go, oh no, not me, oh, and push it away. You go, oh yes, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you can cry tears of gratitude, not tears of undeservingness. I know, because I've been there. I had the most beautiful crushed velvet dressing gown given to me by my mum back in the day. And I burst into tears and I couldn't wear it, because that for me represented a life where I had a partner, where I owned a home, where I had a huge income, where I would be the sort of person who would wear that dressing gown. And it shocked me, the emotional reaction I had, because it showed me how low my self-worth was at that time. And my mum didn't know what to do, because she didn't think about things in that way. But it was only after she died that I actually got the dress. I gave it to her. I said, you wear it. It's not for me. It's not for me. And isn't that shows how much work I've done, right? But that is the reality of where you can be. Because I wanted it. I wanted things like that dressing gown. But when it came into my reality, I couldn't accept it. It was too big a frequency jump for me. It's like if you've ever met somebody who truly loves you, and it can freak you out if you don't fully love yourself, because you don't know what to handle that unconditionalness. Or somebody who's really in their center and really stable when you're all fried in your energy field, and you can be really unnerved by their stillness and their ability to see you and hold you. I've met people like that before I did my work. I have to go shortly because somebody's here to help me move some things. Third point, gratitude. I've done lots of videos about gratitude, and my personal thing is the first thing I do in the morning and the last thing I do at night is I pray. And before I ask for anything or for anybody else, I pray for what I have. I pray gratitude, and I get to a point. I try to weep with gratitude, and sometimes it just bubbles up. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it bubbles up, and I weep with gratitude for what I have. And then from that place, I plant the seeds of what I'd like to come into my life. This is so powerful. It's so powerful. Anyway, if that is of interest, I am launching Catalyst, which is on Friday. It starts this Friday, which is a 12-week journey of unimaginable leaps and bounds for the small number of people it's available for. Places are filling up. There are just a couple of places left. If you really want to harness this window of extraordinary astrology, but all planets are direct between now and the 21st of April, the astrology is more powerful than it has been since 2020. And this is a time for community, it's for giving, and it's for manifestation. These are the 3 pillars of Catalyst. If you'd like to join me on that, jump on the call below, drop me an email below. Doors are opening Like, it's going on Friday. Like, that's it. The time is now. If you get my energy, if you want to talk about it, if you want to get the document and the invitation sent to you, jump on that. If it's not for you, jump on the mailing list to find out what else is coming up. And please like, subscribe, and share to keep the YouTube gods happy. All right. So much love to you. Thank you for being here, and I'll be back soon.